Hi, I'm Steve Dagnald, and this is the strategy section to my lecture on NIST's Cybersecurity Framework 2.0. Thank you for listening. To me, it is an interesting paradigm that once we look at risk management and information security governance from a business and legal point of view, our strategies remain business-centric and familiar. I will also point out that strategy at this stage does not include policies or policy definition. I discuss policies below in the execution section. I mentioned the CISO reporting to the General Counsel with dotted lines to several other towers in the governance section. There could be more dotted lines, such as physical security pertaining to offices, other properties, and facilities or maintenance. Highly regulated or security-sensitive businesses may also have additional towers and business priorities. Each of these has their own risk and security considerations, which have to be assessed and managed collaboratively with the tower or function owners. General guidelines are business-oriented and familiar, identifying business critical assets, processes, and workflows, including supply chains. Identifying regulatory, proprietary, and national interest requirements, including privacy and data life cycles. Leveraging innovation and emerging technologies, streamlining and making scalable business processes and workflows, and identifying unnecessary inputs, outputs, and intermediaries, such as work products and data transformations, to be removed or simplified where possible. Business plans now need to incorporate security-minded risk management in addition to continuity and resilience. Disaster recovery is a specific subset that rarely comes into play and can be misunderstood if it isn't planned and practiced properly. Audit and compliance have extra dimensions as they are balancing their own requirements with business towers, risk, and security. HR is also balancing responsibilities to business towers, risk, and security, in addition to building talent acquisition processes reflecting general staff, executives, third parties, consultants, and partners, and subsets of these talent types who are handling highly confidential assets. Our first strategies concern the CISO's own tower with legal. Number one priority is developing a security incident management process, also called a SIMP. The SIMP will include executive and operational processes for the purpose of escalation, internal reporting, external reporting, and tabletop exercises for training, as senior executive decision-making and timeliness are critically important. The CISO and legal tower will own some aspects of SIMP execution, but each tower head has to understand their potential roles and the importance of timely decision-making, regulatory and contractual responsibilities, and timely collaboration with internal and external partners. The CISO's other direct responsibilities are knowing the regulatory requirements they have, especially reporting, building relationships with the third-party partners they'll rely upon, including cyber insurance brokers and providers, the FBI, a separate forensic investigation partner, which might also be a breach coach if one is needed, and considering another third party to independently vet artifacts like SOC 2 Type 2, data privacy addendums or DPAs, joint venture and innovation partner tie-ups, etc. Legal is also concerned with having a formal inventory of third and fourth parties, joint ventures, and other partners, with particular awareness of narrow business unit innovation partners who can float under the radar. These kinds of partnership arrangements should be encouraged. Having a strong, repeatable process for identifying and managing innovation partners is a competitive advantage and differentiator for the organization. Legal should also perform tabletop exercise training for themselves, even though most activities are collaborative in nature with the other involved towers or partners. By virtue of legal's expertise and central roles with these activities, tower heads and process owners will often try to follow legal's lead, even for responsibility the tower head owns. Legal has to be aware of this and open to mentoring, timely investigation, and decision making in real time that is technically out of their swim lane. Risk and security strategies for the various non-IT towers revolve around risk managing and securing their business process, leaving how to execution, what aligns with business fundamentals. Inventories of assets, data, and intellectual property included, infrastructure such as control systems and applications, workflows, supply chains, contracts, automation and AI, partners, and talent roles. Additional dimensions include confidentiality classification, internal interdependencies, reputation, continuity resilience, and innovation. IT security strategies are governed by business decision-making, but are focused on conventional IT security capabilities. Potentially a large list that includes asset and configuration management, identity, access, network, such as pen tests, IPS and DLP, endpoints, servers, anti-malware, applications and databases, web and cloud, virtualization and containerization, encryption, vulnerabilities such as version control and patch management, SIEM and log management, including automated event correlation, and security operation. And there are more. Outsourcing. A final set of strategies would include security awareness training, such as threat and vulnerability recognition, phishing campaigns, messaging, and more for staff and executives. Incident awareness training, one example would be HEAT, for first and second line of defense security operations, which includes incident assessment, correlation, and escalation. And finally, scripted tabletop role play exercises for practice and cross training.